Well, for a closer look at the policies and proposals in the document, let's bring in Holly Wang. She's a professor of agricultural economics at Purdue University. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
So what stood out to you as the main highlights of the document?
Oh, actually, this document is a continuation with a few years ago. It's emphasized again on the three aspects of agriculture, which is the agriculture production, rural society, and farmers' income. However, this time it really brings this to high priority. I mean, priority among the other industries. What makes it uniqueness this year is it is a holistic document. It looks at the rural development, the environment, the ecology, the sustainability, human resources, even social norm altogether instead of just the agricultural production. So I think this is its uniqueness this year.
And given the size and the scope of the Chinese economy, why do you think this document is choosing to focus so much on the agricultural sector and rural areas?
Yes, China still have about half of its population in the rural area, and the average rural income is so much lower compared to their urban residents. So this is a significant structural, sectoral difference in terms of equality. That's the number one reason the government got to do something with that. And secondly, not only just the income, the rural infrastructure, building, everything you can look at, even social norms, traditions, everything is so far fall behind the urban modern society, so that people do not want to live in the countryside. They want to move to the urban area. The overall country's economy is not going to be sustainable with that large population all flooded into the urban area. And number three, the food security is still the number one priority in the country, that this food security and food safety issues are relevant to everyone. It's not just the rural people, not just the farmers. So I think giving this three important stuff, government really want to emphasize they got to do something more efficient, improve the agriculture and the rural.
And what do you see as the biggest challenges in building a modern agriculture sector and really revitalizing the rural areas?
I think human resource is very important. Let's look at all the other sectors, industries. So the firms getting very competitive. They all realize the number one issue is the human resource, the talents. So they use modern technology, structure of the management. However, on the agriculture side in China, in the Chinese content, it's still lay behind small peasant, small family oriented, small household production systems. So well, it's good that the government have the emphasis on that and have a financial support, a policy support, everybody wanted to support. But I think to convert, to change the historical stereotype of Chinese people, like only, uneducated people will become farmers, only the rural side means poverty, and low productivity describe agricultural product. All of those have to be changed, and it's a big challenge. How to attract high talented people, highly educated people, skilled people into this industry, and how to streamline it, improve its productivity, and so that countryside, rural side can be a more attractive living environment. All of those have to come after that.
Now, let's also look at the role of technology and the integration of the internet. What sort of role do you see that playing when it comes to rural revitalization?
Yes, it started to see an effect there. So, for example, and some of the rural commodities, agricultural commodities, can be sold with a local specialty, with their brand, with some uniqueness. So that make them unique in terms of competition purely as a commodity. So with that, how to make those products reach the urban residents, and they already use online sales, e-commerce. E-commerce online sales is getting pretty popular for agricultural products there. So that's one thing. Another thing that we see that some of the farmers, next generation, so the young college graduates, they return to their rural countryside and start to operate those e-business. Another thing is farmers, they also have access to cell phones, to wireless, to internet, so that they can use the information disseminated through the internet. They can look at urban consumers' preferences. They can learn what's happening in the market, the prices, those information. Then they can also learn from others' experience in terms of rural organizations like farmers' cooperatives.
Well, certainly opening up a lot of opportunities. Thank you so much. Holly Wang there from Purdue University.